710 ESPN Seattle presents Bob and Groz's One More Thing.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Coming up, delusional athletes. You like that? I thought you'd like that one.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm comedian Jubal Flagg, and I'm funny. But going to jail is not. That's why you need the law offices of Heidi Hunt. 1-800-DUI-AWAY or 1-800-DUIAWAY.com. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find my pants.
I knew you'd like that tease, Bob.
I'm curious.
Well, I know that you're curious. It's funny. You say something like delusional athletes on a day like today.
That could mean anybody.
I mean, it could mean an entire football team down in Miami.
Yeah, it definitely could mean that.
It could mean, it could mean all sorts of things. But today's delusional athlete is in the NFL. He plays football for the New York Giants. Did you hear what he said today, by the way?
Well, no, it narrowed it down that it plays football when you said he was in the NFL, though.
Fair point. He's talking about a little unnecessary language. Being a little too verbose.
Redundant, but that's fine.
All over again.
Sure.
Get it? Redundant all over again?
Gotcha. I did get it.
In the Daily News today in New York, Eli Manning, you're familiar with him, right?
I've heard of him.
Now, Eli Manning, I don't know if he pointed this out or not, I think he might have, but in fact did square off with Tom Brady in the Super Bowl a couple years back, the undefeated Patriots, and he won.
It was such a great day for me.
So I loved it too, actually.
I really was a Giants fan.
In fact, as an aside, I was in Vegas and had money on the Giants. It was awesome.
I had no money. I just detest Bill Belichick, so I really won.
As do most of us.
Yeah.
So Eli today said, and I think this has become the crazy thing in the year, he's like, well, we played in the Super Bowl. I won. I'm at the same level as Tom Brady.
Thus, you're a delusional athlete.
I'm thinking that's pretty delusional. Now, on the one hand, though, he makes a fair point. He did beat him in a Super Bowl. Did win a Super Bowl. I know Brady's won more than one. Absolutely right. They didn't win in spite of him. They won because of him.
Because of a brilliant play. They're able to keep it alive. David Tyree.
One of the great plays and got the touchdown at Plax Burress. Did the whole thing. So he couple-minute drive to win the Super Bowl. I mean, that's as good as it gets. Now, numbers-wise, no, I don't think you look at it as being the same, but he's not actually dealing with the same deck of cards that Tom Brady is, would you say, up in New England. Giants aren't built with those kind of offensive weapons in mind. They've always been big backs. A huge part of what they do is running the football anyway.
Yeah, I'll give Tom Brady credit. He's done it with not a ton of talent at receiver.
As we saw Deion Branch here, it's pretty amazing.
Deion Branch was he not the MVP of that Super Bowl?
Yes, he was. He was an MVP of the Super Bowl and never, ever, ever flashed any of that stuff here.
Yeah, so he's had some less than still. I mean, he had Randy Moss on that year, and that was the year they were undefeated.
And Moss was terrific.
Against the Giants,
they made Wes Welker a star. I mean, all right, maybe there's something to that.
Okay,
but I guess you're kind of backing up my point then if you're saying that if Tom Brady hasn't done it with just the greatest players, then Eli's being a little delusional.
He's not in the same category. I give him more credit than most people give him. I think he's a very good quarterback.
I saw I did a poll question thing, and they asked, where'd you put him? As good as Brady, top 5, top 10, top 20. ESPN did the poll all over the country. I put him in the top 10. I think a guy who's won the Super Bowl like he has. I mean, he's still in the middle of his. I mean, you know that he can do it. I mean, he's one of the few guys in the league that this guy can lead you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's not top 5.
No, I didn't think he was top 5 either. But he's in my top 10.
Top 10.
I put him in
there,
top 10.
But Brady's top 5. Eli's top 10.
Now, we usually stick to just the video stuff here, but in this room tomorrow, we debut The Huddle. And that's 2 hours with the Seahawks. And by the way, the show...
We do that in here?
We do it in here. We're not doing it in here?
We're going to do it outside.
Oh, we're doing it outside.
It's sunny. We got like 4 days of sun left. Let's take advantage.
We're going to
all right. We'll see, because I'm pretty sure that they'll want to do it in here because they like to put it on Seahawks.com. So we may be online on video, the whole show tomorrow.
I guess tune in and find out, because we're clearly not certain where we're going to be.
We have no idea.
We clearly don't.